Honestly, when I got invited to join the Harrods Group on the recent trip to China to go and look at how the manufacturing process and the manufacturing plants operate in China, I was skeptical. I honestly thought, what could an EPC really benefit from seeing how a panel gets made or how the inverters gets put together? But I can tell you today that I left with a complete change of mind, and the word that really sums it up is sustainability. I think our industry so often speaks and refers to the word sustainability, but do we truly, and are we truly playing our role in the entire value chain of this industry? So we look at sustainability within our industry. We need to understand the entire value chain, starting from the manufacturing side. I remember leaving China thinking they truly are honoring quality, manufacturing, rigorous testing. The autonomy within their factories just takes out all of the out-of-box failures. So one can really truly say within the manufacturing spectrum of sustainability, the manufacturers are playing their role. The likes of Sungrow, Sig Energy, ICO, the factories that we visited in China, they truly are world-renowned and world-respected. So we can tick that box. We move on and we start thinking, well, from China it's got to get here. Now plays the role of the importers, the distributors, the warehousing, the distribution within South Africa. This is where we are proud to be partnered with the Harrods Group that boasts of 9 warehouses and distribution centers throughout South Africa. It is great to have a quality distributor on your side because you don't need to worry about if the rand fluctuates during transportation, if there is a blockage or blockade at the harbor, to ensure that the products get delivered on time, giving us again the ability to deliver the project on time. And so really we've ticked the box on the distribution warehousing section. We move on down to the value chain to the second last, which is the EPCs, ourselves. So often we get measured on the pricing that we submit within a tender, but I started thinking, well, if the manufacturer is making such an effort to manufacture a quality product, the end user is investing in a 20-25-year generating asset, how important is it that the EPC is a quality EPC, trained with electricians in-house, registered with the right ombudsmans, the electrical board, has engineering in-house, not outsourcing parts and parcels of the project, truly being an EPC which includes engineering, procurement and construction. And I realized that it's time that the EPCs have to not only accept this role, but really push and value their role, to say, well, I've got to have proper trained personnel, I've got to have engineering in-house. I want to and I need to play my part within the sustainability role to deliver a quality product after it was manufactured and delivered to me in a quality manner. I then start thinking about the final section. Well, now we've built, we've finished, and we've moved on, but we've got to maintain these facilities for 20 years. And so then really comes the question, well, how good is our industry? How strong has our industry developed in the operation and maintenance of it? It's not just okay to clean a panel. We've got to understand nowadays, especially with batteries, how do we manage them? How do we make sure that they're safe? How do we get the most out of them? Optimally running these assets to generate the return for the end user that originally invested in it. And then finally, I will challenge the end user in this sustainability value chain to say, well, if you are going to be the one that's only looking at price when deciding upon which EPC and which product to use, you're going to fall short in the quality of the build and also the quality of the generating asset, because if an EPC is of that quality, he is going to boast of engineers and electricians in-house and years of experience. He will come at a higher price tag than the guy that is, today gone back to his plumbing business. I mean, think about it. If we look at the residential boom 3-4 years ago, so many so-called experts, EPCs, built many a battery and solar system, but probably if you phone them today, they won't be in the game anymore. They won't be around because they priced on price only. They did not value, they did not have the right personnel, they could not sustain the business, and so they fell out of the industry and probably are back to plumbing today. The same way I am starting to see the signs within the EPC business that big EPCs that we grew up with, big guys that were stalwarts of the industry, have fallen by the wayside, has gone into business rescue, has had troubles. And I do believe it's because when we are putting our tender together, when we are pricing our deals, we are so cut to the bone in terms of margin just to win the project that we're not putting a value on our installation. Just like I said earlier, I believe a value should be placed on the manufacturer because that panel is being rigorously tested, manufactured to the highest quality, shipped across the country and lands here for less than 2,000 Rand a panel, which is truly the whole generating asset of our entire industry. So if they should be getting more value, so should the EPC, in order to ensure that they are sustainable and that they can operate and maintain these projects for the next 20 years. And so therein plays the end user their role to say, well, not only am I going to measure on price, I'm not saying, shoot the price up too high, but partner and pick EPCs that are sustainable, that's been around and will be around, so that we can ensure a total sustainability from manufacturing all the way to operation and maintenance.